Nearly 2 years after the worst attack on the U.S. Capitol in 2 centuries, U.S. lawmakers have released their final report on the events of that day, documenting allegations former President Donald Trump actively encouraged the insurrection.
For 187 minutes, he actively disregarded his constitutional obligation to take care that the laws are faithfully executed. As we've established through months of investigation, that is because the mob wanted what President Trump wanted, to impede the peaceful transition of power.
The report contains previously unreleased testimony and documents.
For the public writ large to really be able to go back to this record and view it, in very similar ways that we discuss the report by the 9/11 Commission, right? It's a piece of history. It's a historical record that is meant to preserve as closely as possible the facts of that day.
Based on the evidence gathered, the committee has referred Trump to the U.S. Department of Justice on multiple criminal charges, the first time that has happened in American history.
One of the core principles of the American democratic system that has made it as stable as it is that the new president and the government that the new president operates does not generally go after the former president. And so the idea that you would try to prosecute a former president is really unknown in American history. And the fact that this has gone forward really demonstrates how extreme former President Trump's actions were.
Trump has criticized the committee throughout its investigation and said Monday the referrals strengthen him.
We need angry patriots to fill the House, guys. Come on, let's go.
More than 930 individuals have faced prosecution for their involvement in the attack, and while the report documents many expressing regret for their involvement, extremist analysts say those movements are still gathering strength.
What you see from the Oath Keepers organization and the Proud Boys today are organizations that are more steeped than ever in their conspiracy theories and in their views around the events of January 6th, more specifically.
The report also documents numerous failures by law enforcement and intelligence agencies to anticipate the threat posed by domestic extremists.
We have a much greater risk that domestic terrorists, people who really do want to overthrow the American political system, exist in large numbers in the United States. And they don't accept the rule of law, they don't accept facts, they don't accept election results, and they're willing to take up arms against the United States.
The release of the report marks the conclusion of the committee's work. The U.S. Justice Department is conducting its own investigation into the events of January 6th. That will likely influence the decision on whether to pursue charges against Trump. Catherine Gibson, VOA News, Washington.